Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to show you how to disassemble your Asus Zephyrus S. This is the 2019 version, GX531GWR. I'm going to show you how to disassemble it and clean the fans. So what I like to use, so I don't have the anti-static wrist thing. So what I use these, I don't know if you can see, where's the camera? These little finger covers, and they pretty much do the trick. Or you could just use a full-on latex glove, but just these latex finger cover things, they work pretty well. And I'll just put them on my main fingers, because I mean, you're not using these fingers for anything, it's just mostly these. But if you can get the anti-static wrist strap thing. It'll make your life a lot easier. And I do have a spare one, but I'll show you what it's for a little later. So here's the laptop. It's very fingerprint prone. But the first step, turn it over. So here's the front, here's the back. And the tools we are using, so to dust it off, this is like a normal, so there's an anti-static brush. That's just like a marketing term. But this is just like one of those brushes that you use to clean the hair out of like hair clippers. And it works just as well. It's pretty much the same thing. And then I use this plastic spudger just to like pry it apart, the lid. Later on you'll see. And then we have a very small screwdriver. I don't know if this camera's going to focus now, we'll see. It's a P5 pentalobe screwdriver. But anyway, it's just a very small star screwdriver. And then we have a T5 Torx screwdriver. Can you see, where is this? It kind of looks like a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's got 6 points. But this screwdriver is a little too small, so I have another one here. But it's pretty much the same star screwdriver. And it works a lot better. So that's pretty much all we need. And then this is just my mat for my mouse pad. And yeah, let's get started. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws over here. And these are the first ones we need to take off. And that'll be for our star screwdriver. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the T5 Torx screwdriver. And so let's get started. Just be very careful with these screws. I don't know if anyone ever told you, but you don't undo a screw all the way. Usually you would do it like if there's like a screw here, like diagonally, and then opposites. Don't just do all one side, because then it puts too much pressure on the other side. And another tip, so especially if your laptop is still under warranty, then what I would do so that the people that if it ever needs to get repaired, and then you don't want people knowing that you've kind of opened it up, because then it voids your warranty. So what I've figured out is that I use one of these little finger things, and then I put the screwdriver in there. And also if your screwdriver is a little bit too small, you put it in there, and then you put it in your screwdriver, or it's in the screw, and then you undo it, and it creates a little bit more space. But also if you don't have the right screwdriver, it can sometimes strip the screw, and then that's a big problem. So it's quite a neat idea to use that. But I mean, I've taken these things apart so many times. I don't know when last I took this laptop apart, so I must check my Reddit post. This is quite a while back. And whatever you do not lose these screws, please. Because that's a big problem. Let me find something to put these screws in. Hold on. So always find something to keep your screws in, because if you lose your screws, then you're screwed. Haha. So there's those 4, and they're tiny screws, so just be very, very careful. Now I can continue with the T5 Torx. I must have taken this computer apart about maybe 5 times by now. But the way I'm going to show you how to clean these fans, I only learned the last time I did it, which was a couple months back, I think. So there's all our screws: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, so to get off this part here, we're going to kind of like lift it and put it at an angle. I mean, there might be a better way to do this, I'm not too sure, but this is just the way I do it. And then I'm trying to turn the thing on, and you're gonna kind of just like get it at a right angle, so lift from the bottom, and then just pull it towards you. So lift from the bottom. So lift from the bottom and then pull it like towards you. And then you can see, you see the dust. Quite a lot of dust there, dude. And these are the bottom fans. So it's like, so the fans for this laptop, it sucks through the top, and then it hits here, and the fans push through here, and then it vents it out the sides. But you can see the fans and the dust there. I'll put this aside for now. We'll clean that later. Now we can close the laptop again. Here's the fun part. So, it's actually very dusty. Let me just check that we are in focus. See, there's our fans. So wait, which side this is? Left side, and that's right side. So this is wait, let me just double check. Yeah. So this is the GPU fan, and this is the CPU fan. I've always noticed that I don't know why, but the CPU fan always gets a lot dirtier, and a lot dirtier quicker than what the GPU fan does, which is very, very strange. Wrong way. If you can look there, there's quite a lot of dust there. And that's the GPU fan and then the CPU fan. So now, how to take these things off. There's a couple screws here, this is the star screwdriver. So there's like these plastic stickers, what do you want to call them? But the screws that you need to take out, there's one over here. So there's your LED strip. There's your LED light for like that underglow effect. So there's screwed there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's one under there, 6, and then there's like another one here if I'm not mistaken, I think. Well, I'll show you now. So what we can do, we'll do the CPU one first. So you're gonna have to like lift these up, but I wouldn't recommend taking them off completely. But there's your heat pipes over there, if you can see the copper color there. Just lift it up a bit so you can get into the one that's in there. So there, loosen all of these. And if you have a magnetic screwdriver, that would be kind of the best, because you can sometimes just pull these things out. Otherwise, let's see, this one's magnetic. Yeah, you see, magnetic. Thank you for coming in handy. And then another one there. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. And then, if I remember correctly, there was a screw under here. So just use something a little thinner and sharper to try and lift that up. There we go. So that's where it's connected. if you see, you can see it's connected right in there. So to undo that connection, see, so that there's that little black piece of plastic over there that lifts up, and then it makes this strip loose. So now you can take the strip out. Just be very careful. I mean, you could probably take the sticker part off, but I kind of just want to keep it there. Just like wiggle it out. And there's like a little tab that you can kind of pull, but there we go. Okay, well that sticker piece came off, but that's fine. We'll save that for later, don't lose that. So we'll just cover that back up. That sticker piece. And that's just the connector for the RGB light that's over there. So there's another screw under that, so that's why we have to take that connector off, because there's another screw under there, like right under the strip there. I knew there was another one. So take that bad boy out. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we got 6 screws. So there's this one big one, then there's a smaller one here. So it's the one big one, smaller one here, small one there, there, and under there. Now what we can do is try wedge it out. See, so now it's loose. Just watch these wires here. So you kind of wedge it out. Did I take it? Yeah. So lift it off of the black plastic off this tab. Of the, what do you call these things? Now the word's gone completely out of my head. Just lift it off a little bit, and then you see how it can come out. Bend it over gently. You don't want to break those wires. Now you can see here that it's all dust here, not dust buildup here. There's the fan, and then there's all on the fins. There's a lot of dust in there. And if you look at in my post a while back, there was a ton of hair and dust and whatnot here, like covering these vents here. It was crazy. But like, look here, look at that little dust bunny. Wait, where's it again? Can you see that? That is nasty. So it's definitely, you need to clean these things. So then all you do to clean is I would just take the brush and just dust it. And then here and there, so I'll dust to loosen the dust, and then I'll just blow using my breath. It's not too difficult, but it can just take a while, especially if you've never done this before and yours is very, very dirty. The main issue is just like the buildup that comes, and then it like blocks these vents, so then all the hot air can't be pushed out, and then it just gets like recirculates. So now onto the fan. You can just dust around it, and then just be careful with the fins of the fan, but just like dust around it and then just blow using your breath. So just like loosen with the brush, just all around the compartment, and then I would suggest holding the fan when you're brushing, because I did hear somewhere where it's, or read somewhere where it's like if you move the fan, it does create energy. So then that could like short out things or something. I'm not too sure about that though. I'm not an electrician. But just hold the fan so there's not that much movement, and then just be very gentle with the fins, because they're very tiny fins. And just also remember that those wires here, then you need to be very, very careful with them. And then once that's done, Let's be gentle. And you see, then there's this side here which is still very dirty, so you can hold it and then try and knock out all the gunk and the dust that's there. And I think for the next one we'll do this first because I think it's pushing some dust there, so we'll clean this part first in the next one. It's crazy how much stuff can get caught up in these fins. I guess because they are so small and thin and close together. Just be very careful. You don't want to bend them. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. Also just clean off your brush every once in a while. That'll get dirty too. I'm just staying in one spot and I'm moving the fan around. Just double check. Clean it now. I don't know what all went in there. And you can visibly see that your fan is so much cleaner. Just be careful of the wires. They're very tiny wires, very thin wires. And then just place it back in. And it'll slot right back in. Check that everything's fitted. Looks good. I don't know if you can see, but clean fan, dirty fan. And now I can start putting things back together. So first we will, now I can take the sticker, just stay there for a second. And then just be careful when you're connecting this up. It slides in, but only to a certain point. Like there's actually a little dotted line you'll see. So the gold contacts and then there's like a little white dotted line. Just align that up, push it in so that it lines up nicely. And then that little black piece, you just want to clamp that down. Not with a lot of force. Very gently. And voila! It's connected. Now we have LED again. Now, okay, so I just saw that I reached my recording limit on the camera. There's like a 30-minute limit. So I don't know exactly what cut off, but I'll show you on this one, on the GPU fan. So that was CPU, GPU. I'll show you everything now. So we've got screws. We've got, we don't have to take that one off, but we've got 1, 2, might be one under here, 3, 4, 5, and I think there was one under here, 6. But let's start. Need to lift this again. There's our little sticker. You can take it off if you need to. It's not a train smash, but remember, so just be gentle, lift this little black one up here. Easily just lifts up. Don't lift the white one, the black one. And then gently pull it out. There we go. And now, where's that other? Lift that, we got another screw under here. So it's 1 screw, 2 screws, 3 screws, 4 screws, and I believe there's one under here. Yeah, I think there's definitely one under here. Yep. There it is. Under there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this thing should pop off like the other one. Oh yeah, wait, remember, we said that we're going to clean this first because it pushes the dust down. So, see, look, there's even a hair. I wonder whose hair is this. Gross. So we're just going to gently clean this. So what I like to do, let me bring this way. Remove the stuff. Just hold it one side and then just gently like brush. So hold it down gently at the bottom there, and then just brush out as much of it as you can, and slowly like move the fan around and keep brushing. And then just blow, and there's a lot of dust. So just keep going around until it looks like there's no more dust. Now we can take this part out, this fan out. Remember, be careful of the wires. This one doesn't look too bad. You'll see what we have here. There's a little bit of some dust bunnies here, covering the vents. Let me show you. Look there. And believe me when I say that this isn't even bad compared to when the last time I cleaned it. When I first opened these things up after like a year. Oh my word, it was gross. So just clean vents and then blow as you go. See all that dust there. Now we can put it back. Just be careful. And fits in nicely. Okay, first screw back. We'll do that LED one. Remember, don't screw it in all the way. Leave that until they're all in. Tighten them all up. Push that back down again. And that's closed. And you see, you'll never get this perfect again, just because it has the aluminium in the tape. So it'll always show the marks that it has been tampered with. And you can try and get as best as you can, I mean, but probably as good as you're going to get it. But this one I unfortunately had to pull back quite a bit to get to this one. But anyways, let's put this back. A little LED strip. Remember, just be gentle. And then there's that little white line that'll show you where it's in line. And close it there. Right. And then close it to keep it in place. And we can put our sticker back over it. And voila, we are done with that. So now we're going to take apart the rest. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws that we need to take out to get to the part where you can like upgrade your RAM and whatnot. Sometimes these screws might be a little sticky, so just be careful. I will say it was quite genius of Asus to make it so easy that we could clean these fans, because they do get dirty, although there's some claim that they clean themselves, or they're self-cleaning fans or whatever, but that's just marketing nonsense. So thank you, Asus, for making it very easy. I wouldn't say very easy, but quite easy to clean our laptops. It is appreciated. Don't lose your screws, guys, because I don't even know where you'd get these screws, to be honest. Not a clue. Okay, I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think that's 14. Yeah, I think there's 14. Alright. Now, what we can do is we'll flip this over. And now we've got to pry apart this bit here first. So, here's this one. So you'll see, you should see how I could show you this. So you pry it apart kind of there. That's the copper part is. So just be gentle. I just want to do it properly though, but I just want to show you, like, it's over there. I don't know if you can see it in the light. But it's over there. It's where there's like the copper part. And then I'll show you. So once you pry it, then you can just flip it down and see the wires here. So these are like the activity indicator lights. And then here's your exhaust fins, and there's the hinge. What else can I show you here? Oh yeah, the speak. Oh yeah, these are the speakers. I think, if I'm not mistaken, those are those are the speakers there. So you could take this off completely, but I don't think it's necessary. But now this next step is you lift, and then there's your computer. You see that? So then what you want to do is on the side here, you can see where there's like the copper strip on the side there. Just under that, you'll see that you can pry it open from there and just go very slowly. But what I like to do is, like, I get the tool in there and then just kind of like twist it a little bit, and it'll help pop it off in certain places. Let's see if we can hear the sound. There we go. And then just do it like all the way around. Just be gentle. It does come off pretty easy. So now, just be gentle and lift that up. Then we can see all the components. So what you want to do is, let me move this. So what you want to do, I don't know if you can see it, but all that's dust, bro. All dust, because this laptop, it sucks air from the cool air from the top, and then it exhausts it out the sides and the bottom, or kind of the back. So you could, I've done it before where you do this without removing all these ribbon cables, but it does make it a lot more difficult. So what I would suggest is that you remove the ribbon cables. So yeah, this is the motherboard, the keyboard one. So you just lift up that little white piece. I think all these ones, remember with the fans, it was the black one. Now with these ones, it's the white one. Can't even get my finger under there. Oh, that one was the black one. Yeah, so it's the shortest one of the two colors. That's correct. So there we go. Now, there is our top piece, top cover, and keyboard. So what you can do is, let me see, but there's like a little bit of dust here. You can like dust that off. So there, now you can see there's a ton of dust, even up here. And then, because there's slits on the top of the keyboard over here, here, and here, and then that's where it pulls in the air. But you can see all the dust there. That's not impacting performance, but still, man, you do want to clean that. And then you can see I've upgraded my RAM, and then I've upgraded my NVMe SSD over here. So it came with the 512 gig, and I upgraded it to a 1 terabyte. And this came with an 8 gig stick, and then I put a 16 in there. So now I have a total of 24 gigs of RAM as opposed to just 16, which makes the world of difference, trust me. Yeah, and then this is your GPU. Here's your CPU, the fans, and then the GPU is under there, and the CPU is under there. Okay, so now I can just get to cleaning. So just kind of dust this all away, and then just like blow. Try not to spin your fans as well. And just wipe it all clear there. And if you ever want to like do a repasting of like your GPU and CPU, then you got to take all this out. I mean, there's all these screws here and whatever. I'm a little apprehensive of doing that, but this other cleaning stuff works really, really well. You can just brush off other things here while you're at it. And then here's where you disconnect your battery. If you're going to take apart the fans and stuff like that, you can definitely disconnect your battery at first. So I was making a video for my Instagram there. If you want to follow me at j_charmer. But yeah, that's pretty much done. I mean, it's pretty much clean. The most effective part is doing the cleaning of the undersides and actually removing the fans, because we literally cleaned in these housings here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And now it's just connecting everything up again, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It took me a while. I don't think there is an as detailed video about this as what I've done here today. I'm not too sure, but it's my first tutorial, so let me know how I did. But remember, yeah, put the line the white, there's like white lines there. Line those up, clamp it down. Where's the other one? Line this one up. And clamp it down. Our last one, where are you? Come here. Oh my word. Line it. Line it up. Might need two hands. So rest the keyboard on your chin. Line it up. Clamp it down. Just double check that everything is Gucci. We are Gucci. And all you gotta do, lace it on down. See, there's all dust here now. And then make sure that everything's aligned. just run your fingers along, clipping everything in. Don't push your power button. Beware of that. Don't push it. I made that mistake once when I was trying to get the back plate off and I opened it and I put my finger there, but don't push it. And then we'll clean this little bit of the monitor just now. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is just the final steps. And we can just be careful when you're putting this thing back over. Watch these cables that they don't get caught up. So that's why I like to put it this way. And look at the side, like here. And just try and push the cables. Can you see me? So the cables are over here. I just have to, because this is just gonna clip in, but there's a clip here right where the cables are. So I don't want the cables to get clamped. So just push it so that the cables are just out of the way. And what you do, is you push down on it. You'll hear the clicks. There we go. There's a couple clicks. And you see that it's all seamed up. Seamless. And then we can flip this over. And close everything back up. Remember our back plate is a little dusty. Just clean that off. But first, we need to put all of these screws back. And there was a lot of them. Don't forget to put your screws back. Remember there was 14. So now just go over and do a little once over. Make sure that they're all tight, not too tight. Then that'll give you problems when you want to open it up again, which you probably would do in a couple of months now that you know how to do this. So I would definitely say at least every 6 months you should be cleaning your fans, cleaning your laptop. But it also just depends on how dusty it is where you're living. If you don't have like central AC, air conditioning, then with like filters and whatever, then I think you'd be cleaning your laptop a lot more often. So here in South Africa, we don't have like central heating and whatnot, but in America they do. So now that all those screws are done, we can go ahead and put our back plate on. And to do that, we need to do this again. Open it up slightly. And then you'll see how to align it. Just got to align it up. Make sure it fits in. Then slide it on down. Close the laptop again. I hope this was all in focus. If it wasn't, I really do apologize. I really hope it was all in focus. I looked there now, it didn't look like it was in focus. Anyways, now we got these last few screws. And now our last screws with our Torx screwdriver. But this was fun, guys. I hope it did. I hope this video did help you. And to figure out how to take this thing apart. Because I know maybe you've been having heating problems or something, and like your temperatures are like in the 90s and going crazy. Because this laptop, it does get very hot. I think it just runs hot. I mean, at one stage it was the thinnest laptop in the world. So if you want looks, very thin chassis and whatnot, and still good performance, you're gonna have to deal with the high temps. But I will say that undervolting my GPU and my CPU was one of the best things that I did to help with temperatures. And now we have the moment of truth, guys. Indicator's still working. There we go. All the lights are working, guys. Woohoo! Woohoo! So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you got some useful information out of it, please drop the video a like and subscribe if you aren't already. And if you have any other questions about this laptop, please let me know. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.